Be ready. Start. Goods and Services Tax was introduced in 1999 by the Government of India when Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister of India. Moreover, a board was set up by the Prime Minister under the Finance Minister of West Bengal to express a GST model. Since then, the above important law could not be executed until lately by the National Democratic Alliance government on 1st July 2017, led by the Bharatiya Janata Party. Goods and Services Tax is a necessary indirect tax improvement in India. Earlier, this tax India possessed many indirect taxes imposed respectively by both central and state governments. It resulted in a high volume of taxes, also requiring a high amount of supplies for their stock and managing records. A combination of both state and central taxes into one will forego many difficulties of the former tax system, which is very scattered and troublesome, such as recurring taxations, cascading of taxes, loss of time and sources, etc. Furthermore, it counts the whole of India as one combined market, consequently encouraging foreign investment and other output. By reducing the cascading of tax at numerous levels, GST offers the goods more affordable for the listed dealers as well as the end customer, and hence leading to the financial growth of the country. India is a developing country still coping with the matter of unemployment. GST is demanded to create new job opportunities in the area of taxation and accountancy, along with openings in the industrial sector. A centralized GST has emerged in the exclusion of different check posts through the interterritorial transport of goods. The travel time of regional goods vehicles has decreased considerably by 20% due to the lack of checkposts. Also, the involvement of multiple parties in GST will increase the assent level in India. It is a big step to lead India into a more transparent and corruption-free taxation system in all over the country. Its rules and formed such that it is advantageous for both the sellers and the buyers. India required a better tax improvement on indirect tax like the goods and services tax. GST puts India to a better place to accommodate in the international market. Also, by inducing small and medium enterprises and another organized sector under it, GST heeds to a more enduring Indian industrial area and an enriched economy. GST includes a total of 5 laws, that is central, state, union territory, integrated, and the goods and services compensation of state law. Here, central GST law administers with the combination of all taxes on goods and services, their compilation and organizations. Similarly, state GST law governs at the state level for 29 states and 2 union territory known as Delhi and Pondicherry, which have their legislative assembly. Union territory consolidates the stipulations of CGST and practices it to the outstanding union territories and Indian territories which are away from the regional waters. Integrated GST administers with important business between two states or union territory. Any disagreement arising under IGST will be resolved by the center or by any state authorized by the center. The Goods and Services Law administers with managing a payment process for paying the states which incited a law for the first 5 years of implementation of it. It is a progressive tax. It will have various tax rate for many goods because an alike tax rate on all goods, for example, a toothbrush and a luxury car is not possible and not supported as the relevant customer group is different for distinct products. As far as the primary benefit of GST is that it will decrease the likelihood of tax manipulation by the officials as the customer has to pay only one tax collectively rather than multiple taxes levied in the previous tax system. This taxation method is more transparent. It will continuously abolish expansion and various requirements like the tax return will serve the state also. Customers will be benefited the most since they are considered to be the king. As far as many thoughts have come stating that it is an old taxation law fulfilled with a new name and some new requirements. It is divided between CGST and SGST. It may direct to conflict between state and center. Furthermore, many products will be imposed higher as the tax will be charged on some commodities on which there were no taxes before. Some of the products' tax percentages would be raised to either 12% or 18% or 28% if they were previously charged with 10%, 16% or 26% tax respectively. It is a very long and cumbersome method that takes time and manpower. It incorporates 29 states, 2 union territories and the center. So there could be many views which could undesirably delay the judgments and thus the main cause behind the GST will disappear. Small companies can undoubtedly profit significantly beneath it. Moreover, these small industries have a turnover of rupees 25 to 70 lakh. The advantage of this small training takes place because of the planning scheme. Below this, there is a choice for such business to lower taxes. It can be done by using the planning scheme. The whole process of GST is accessible online. The unique thing, it is an easy and straightforward online method. Hence, it is advantageous for startups as they do not have to strive to get multiple registrations. In the end, it has been an innovative tax system for India. Many specialists praise it as one of the most significant tax reforms. It is surely profitable for the complete population of India.